with the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Now Ryan on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
21.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often It's because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 39 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. A Tennessee first down. That one, Mariota to Matthews. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down carry for Henry. Fights through and now a crease. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry, 44 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Ryan. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, Tuesday.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A CD switching gears for a second. After last year, 7 NFL head coaches were relieved of their duties. And in week 1 of this season, those 7 coaches went 0-7. They fared a little better, though, in week 2.
They certainly did. Finally got into the win column. 3 of those happened. 1 in Chicago, 1 in Tennessee, and 1 in Indianapolis. Finally getting off the schneid. The other guys trying to get it done in week 3.
Yeah, including John Gruden. Curious to see when he gets his first victory out west. Following the interception here, Mariota. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Keep it rolling.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They toss to Freeman. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Get up!
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass.
Gun. 12. Get up! Like wait. Hey, Tuesday. Let's go.
To throw is Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, South! Get out!
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Able to slither, but there he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to spin free. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So out come the Falcons now. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Hey, let's go.
On 1st down, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Get out! Get out!
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Breaks through the contact, and he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They run. Devontae Freeman. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman from 8 yards out, and the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Titans getting set to go. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Well, we got a second here after that incompletion. Let's have a little fun. I know you saw Ryan Fitzpatrick's get-up in the post-game press conference after Week 2.
And we're not talking about the beard this time.
No, well, that was part of the ensemble.
We're talking about the trappings, aren't we?
How about that outfit? Those were Deshaun Jackson's clothes, is that right?
Understanding.
Davis fighting. He loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey in there to get him for a loss of 5. Now Ryan on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a third down. Fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
right.
You
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Mariota on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's second down. Well, with that incompletion, we've got to talk about the ties that we've seen in weeks 1 and 2. Everyone was talking about the Steelers-Browns week 1, Charles, but week 2 we saw another. The game that you had, Vikings and Packers.
Yeah, and do you know something? They tied at 29. You know, it's the first time teams have tied with the score 29-29 in NFL history. So
and they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Brooks Reed in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And Davis has it over the middle. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, CD, switching gears for a second, you know, there's been a special teams issue so far in the NFL this season, especially you look at week 2 through Sunday's games. There were 19 missed extra points and field goals combined between all the kickers in the league.
And if you look at Minnesota and Cleveland, that's where the spotlight really focuses, because Minnesota, rookie kicker Daniel Carlson, they spent a 5th-round pick on him, supposed to solve their kicking issues. He missed 3 in Green Bay, including a couple potential game winners. In Cleveland with Zane Gonzalez, I believe he left 11 points on the board, or I should say off the board, with missed extra points and field goals in their loss to New Orleans.
So maybe some kickers that aren't seeing time now aren't even on a team that might be popping up on rosters soon. Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mariota. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it, because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jarrell Casey in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Derek Shelby in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play, Mariota to Davis. 59 yards from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. Throwing, Mariota. He's going to let it go. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. He was looking for Matthews that time. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They go play action here on first down. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now it's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Kendrick Lewis there to make the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. This to make it a 3-score game late. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by DeMonte Casey, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you can just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ryan wants to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And he's brought down after a good gain. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Arakpo in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.